Hello and welcome everyone to Vampyr. We are still in Whitechapel, and last time we explored this region a little bit more. We talked to a bunch of people, we got to know more about them, in particular our lovely Nurse Crane. We found out that she is originally from Romania, that she may be involved with the local communists, and that she is running kind of like an underground clinic, providing healthcare for free for the people of the region. And we still have the goal to talk to her and see what's really going on there. And that is the plan for today. We were also able to cure a bunch of little illnesses in this region. We're able to improve the regional status, and there were still a few that we couldn't cure, either because we didn't have the ingredients to create the cure or because we didn't even have the recipe for it. So now we have to talk to Darius Petrescu. We learned about him some more as well. He wrote a letter to his children. And now with all that information, hopefully we are able to talk to him and convince him to let us in.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
We could mesmerize him, level 2 required. That is interesting. I would assume our mesmerism level increases when we embrace people, and so far I have made the choice to not embrace anyone. It is interesting though that is an option. I was wondering what like the benefits of embracing people are aside from getting the extra XP, and it seems like it may unlock different conversation options, or in this case, maybe we would just mesmerize him and make him let us in. But that is not an option, so let's have a man-to-man talk.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man-to-man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea.
That was easy.
Don't make me regret this, though.
I guess it was that easy because I assume we probably could have tried to talk to him before, maybe try to mesmerize him, but because we got all that information about him and his family and his background in Romania, probably had a little bit of an easier time. We want to look around though. The first thing that we do is obviously rob him. Oh, what? What was that? I thought that was like an... can I check... Where can I check my documents? No, that I don't know. That's a little bit unfortunate. I pressed the right button.
It's locked.
Okay. Maybe if you guys saw that in that quick pop-up, maybe you can let me know what the name of the document was.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Okay. So he also has bronchitis. So, yeah, tell me about Nurse Crane's real name.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Yeah, we heard that. I think her name is something like Dorothea Caniescu or something like that. Tell me about Camellia. That is the mute girl.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried about her safety?
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Okay. So he's all about the communist revolution. We heard that in Romania he was an activist there.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
It's interesting that she has no connections here. So why did you not publish Nethercott's work?
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Okay. Yes.
Tell me everything you know.
Is there anything else? Looked like it. Okay. Do you have any family left?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
My father left us too.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reid. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Okay. So, how did you meet Nurse Crane?
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reid.
Tell me about your political past.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Oh, he's not wrong with that. Little
Goodbye,
history
Mr.
spoiler. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go and meet with Nurse Crane. We saw them talk through the door, so I know roughly where she is. Can I open... Okay, now we unlock this door. Just in case. Unlocking the shortcuts. Okay, seems to be nothing else here. He's up there. The music in this game is really good. Very atmospheric. You're stealing all the meds from the hospital. That's me on the weekends. I'm thirsty. Give me a drink. Letter to Nurse Crane, London, 31st of October. My dear Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Brasov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise I'll light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know that you do not agree with this decision and that you are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End. But Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. I know we had our arguments and our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage this clinic of yours. But now that I'm leaving England, be assured that if anything would happen to you, if you ever were in great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I am your affectionate sister, Theodora. Okay. As a sister. And it seems like not only are they from Romania, but from Transylvania in particular, which is obviously... Uh-oh, he might be a skal. And I know those sounds.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Anything else I should know?
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
Scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I must perform a tracheostomy. It's when you cut open the throat. That's how much I know from
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
Another tube?
Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Do you have any suggestions?
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
I mean, either he will die immediately, maybe we will be able to fight an infection afterwards.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you alright, Doctor?
Uh-oh, too much blood.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The
This is
source
intense.
of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Did I do it? I don't think so.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
That was intense.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
I'm not sure if we should leave him there. I'm afraid that he might jump up and attack us.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reid?
I've come to stop the blackmail.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Why target Lady Ashbury?
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Why not trust Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So the end justifies the means?
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
The blackmail must stop.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Oh, I could charm her. You forget all about this. Charm. You will forget all about this. What will that do, though?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
I guess in a way that's the best case scenario, right? Interview with a vampire. And I think we increased our mesmerism level. I think that was the best choice, right? And I think we had that choice because we had all the information about her.
It's locked, all right.
And I think... Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. She forgets about the compromising details about Lady Ashbury. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Watch out for them!
Here we go.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Uh-oh. Did they kill the patients? And they sure did. Okay. Fighting time.
Over there! Get over there!
There you go. Fight him. Fight them.
Shit, that leech is fast!
Someone with a fire. I don't like fire. Ooh. Okay, report back to Lady Ashbury. Let's have a look on the map in a second. Beginning. Okay, where am I? Okay, we're still in Whitechapel here. I have to go back here to meet up with Lady Ashbury.
Better go home, sir.
Brawler, okay. Okay, I mean, let me know in the comments below what you think was the right decision there. But I feel kind of okay with how we handled this.
Good
all things
evening,
considered.
my dear colleague.
Just want to check if she has anything new to say.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
I never really went down here. Where did this lead? This also leads to a new area. So, I think what we will do is make our way back to Lady Ashbury. We also have that blood sample to analyze. So that's something. Oh, there's a beast. Staying away from that for now. The sounds in this city, though. Jesus Christ.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
It's one of them!
Oh, this is a hideout. Not sure if I can save that person. How do I get there? To go around.
Kill him, boy!
Whoa! Was a trap. Oh. Here you go. We have Charlie and Michael Sheen. Or at least
Finish it!
ouch. There we go. I'm here. Got him again.
We have to stop it!
Our club is great. Wow. They really set up a trap. Can't believe it. So what do we put up? Hatchet, hacksaw. Or was that a offhand weapon? There. More stamina, but the same amount of stun. So not really worth it at the moment. Oof, that was tough. Didn't expect this. Still want to try to help that person that was cornered there. Oh, I guess he died. Okay. Maybe I was too slow in helping him because of the fight. Or maybe I couldn't help him. I don't think I could have helped him. About 18. I'll stay away from that guy. Well, we made it back to Pembroke Hospital. Quite a bit of XP. a few people to talk to. And some... Oh, I thought we had a blood sample to analyze. Pneumonia. Bronchitis, we can now... Let's get for the cold. For fatigue. So we're all stocked up. I would need potassium, permanganate, and codeine. Oh, here we have some potassium. Well, not quite enough, but okay. We do have the one patient, the lady who thinks that she's a vampire, that we needed to talk to because we took care of the people who stalked her. It was way back.
They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh.
Hey,
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
Howcroft,
How are
yeah.
you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Well, about the man who were tracking.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me about vampires.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes, and it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You could be in danger.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reid. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Tell me about Thomas Elwood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Are you romantically involved?
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Of course. Do you plan to make him a vampire?
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
I get that. I'll try to stay away from
I'll
embracing
leave
people
you,
too.
Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Alright. Anything else from you?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
Oh, nothing new there.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Okay.
Disgust on every street corner. The day.
So let's have a quick look at the region map here. How does that now look? Okay, we have all the clues there. Still missing there a couple of people. Oh, she's now fatigued. We have something for fatigue, so I could help Harvey Fiddick. Could help him too. Everyone is fatigued. It seems. Headache. Fatigue. Let me see if I can make a bunch of fatigue potions. These guys are working too much. There's some codeine. Oh, is this new? Oh, it did the thing again. But I saw it was Elwood's medical file. There. Date of release to be determined. Note: the patient's face has been heavily burned and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms regularly endures severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examination of the cicatrized tissue show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades. That could very well be. Oh, I think this is the one that we picked up that I didn't read. Dear Mr. Nethercott, thank you for sending your books of poems, songs. Oh no, we did. That was the one that we found in the trash can at Nethercott's place. I still don't know which document I missed.
It's locked.
Locked. Okay. Oh. Is this new? Dr. Swansea's message. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal, after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you will be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You will also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new, disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of our species, of your species, to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Econ in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance. Okay. We should have picked that up earlier, but I didn't see it.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Don't have water. Okay, we need more fatigue potions. Do we have enough? I think so. Yeah, it's pretty... Okay. Okay. So... let's do a little... he is healthy? But he also is fatigued. No, he wouldn't. Okay, let's do our round. Heal the people, help them, get them fixed up. Why is this closed now?
It's locked.
Why is that one closed?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
I don't know. There. Your argument with...
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
And still not to do, but still don't know what to do about these two.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay.
Goodbye,
We'll have a
Dr.
couple of
Strickland.
hints that we need. Oh, now this is open.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
I'm all right.
Good evening, Doctor.
Don't waste
How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Well, here.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Anything that you want to share now? No.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Anything else? Don't think so. Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right.
I'm
Don't
alright.
waste your time with me.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
He's fatigued.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Well,
Is there
first,
anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
well,
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reid. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Okay, anything else? Nothing there. Nothing there.
Goodbye for now,
Okay.
Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl.
There is Dan Aykroyd.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reid.
He's
We
a
do
real
not see you in
sweetheart.
surgery very often.
Wow.
Thank
You're
you for your
welcome.
time. We'll talk later.
I think he was also
Good
fatigued.
evening, Dr. Reid. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Anything new here? You were appointed as a
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war,
We
Rakesh.
found
The
that
regiment
letter about him.
administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir. but I rose to the challenge.
Can't impersonate a doctor.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reid. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reid. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Okay, interesting.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reid.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Another fixed up person. Let's have a look at the map. We could still help Milton. Gwyneth. I don't know where Oswald is. This is the guy we saved in the sewers. So, I'm not quite sure where he is.
With you at our side, Dr. Reid, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Harry Jones, Dan Aykroyd, Father Hampton, Tippett, Clay Cox, Gwyneth Paltrow. Just kind of looking if I can see the new guy here somewhere. It's not. Oh, there he is. We haven't really got a chance to talk to him at all, so...
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Perfect. Do you have a job?
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked up?
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia?
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
What was that argument about?
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Hey, why not go to a hospital?
Why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Okay. Not a big doctor fan.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
You got buried.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc.
Ha!
You're really good.
Nailed
Go on,
it.
please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
What happened when you were buried?
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful thoughts?
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
What you endured was terrifying.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Okay. Your feelings for Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Okay.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Admire your honesty.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Okay. Don't have a treatment for headache, unfortunately.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Is that Newton? That is Newton. He wasn't here before either.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reid. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Okay. Why do you stay here?
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Okay, tell me about the war.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
So you knew Oswald before?
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France too.
I fought in France too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Okay. Why don't you go to Pembroke Hospital?
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
We'll try it. How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher?
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
I mean, it's tough. Obviously, I would love for them to just enjoy their love. At the same time, during those times, it's not without dangers.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Oh, can you tell me about your phobia of rats?
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and
Jesus
Oswald
Christ.
were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see?
Okay.
Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
I see.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Very interesting.
We fought for England, but England won't fight for us.
I'm sure that we will talk to them more in the future. But now we need to get to talk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh no, we have a crash again. Let's wait a second and actually get to Lady Ashcroft. I hope that, at the very least, if the save point wasn't too far away. If it was fairly close, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. That is unfortunate. It's the second time now. Second time the game crashed on us. Okay. Let's go through the menu and see where the last autosave point was. Hopefully not too far away. if it's too far away, we will end the episode here, and then I'll catch up in between episodes, and we will pick up where we left off next time. But I think the game might save after those conversations, since we got XP for them. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I see. It's when we checked out the other... Okay. Let's talk. Maybe I can just click through the dialogue.
Good evening.
Even.
Oh no, it did save it. Just threw us
Goodbye,
out
Mr.
at a different point, it seems. Okay, that's good. So we didn't lose any progress. Can fix up Gwyneth Brannigan very quickly.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine as soon as I can get some sleep.
Yep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reid. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything new here? Oh, and we got a trophy. Only for healing people.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Milton, we can help as well.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Always.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
Goodbye, Milton.
Very grateful, everyone. Okay.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reid. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Damn it.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So the accusation was true?
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
Okay, we got some
money. If you
money.
have an inclination to
dude.
learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Okay, so let's talk to her a little bit. So, does Swansea allow you to kill?
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Okay, I guess. So, are you familiar with his brotherhood?
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
No one suspected you?
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
How old are you?
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Okay. Who granted you eternal youth?
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Okay, but she seems to know him then. Odd that she wouldn't tell us. It's not all the truth.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
You have a lot of secrets, and you can just kill the man in front of us. Why did you save me?
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter skal.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, skals are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Okay. So what exactly is a skal?
What type of vampire is a skal?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Okay. What happened to Lon?
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
Did the Spanish flu cause this, or is that
The Spanish
another
flu
reason?
has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Okay. What is it you fear?
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Okay. How many vampires are in London?
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Interesting. Will they all be friendly?
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Okay. Met some vampire hunters.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Priwen? Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Once
glorious? Glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
Is it a cult?
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
So, about me.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Why?
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
You might have been turned by an elder vampire even.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution. And
so I still wonder, I had that theory in the beginning. She says like, oh, it's a foolish immortal or it's reckless. But I had the theory in the beginning and I wonder if I may be correct with this. Now that we may have confirmation that our maker might be an elder vampire, that it is far from coincidental that the foremost expert on blood transfusions got turned into a vampire. So I wonder if that was a specific goal, and that my initial theory was that the vampire who turned us so we would pursue kind of this trail of blood through the city, and that will lead us to something that he or she wants us to go. And this kind of confirms this more to me. Maybe let me know in the comments below what you think, but I feel like that might be the case, that we kind of got handpicked by whatever elder vampire that was to solve an issue that only we as an expert on blood would be able to solve, but in order to do so, they had to turn us.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon. And that
okay.
You shall remain.
So are you an Ekon too?
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So an Ekon is a vampire.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Makes sense. Why was I left for dead?
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I don't know. I still think that is all very intentional to put us on this specific trail somehow.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan.
Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
Oh, vampires created.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Okay.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
Please don't kill too
I
many
must quickly
people.
analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why I couldn't do it before. Okay. Let's use our balcony window. Swoop. First, let's level up, though. We have a bunch of XP. Okay. So, what do I use the most? I use my healing quite a bit. Could... Ooh, that is expensive. But let's do it. Okay, that is then 250 healing. So... Blood capacity would go well with that. 600. Can I upgrade anything else? I could go like with a tactical, like the Shadow Veil. Would be interesting. Spring. Could upgrade my medical bag. I haven't really used them yet, so... Oh, and now I can get an ultimate. Cost 1,000. Oh, I could have done that. Let's reset it. Oh, I'm reset. Oh, reset means all the way reset. Oh no! That's not what I wanted. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted. Let's go with the Blood Spear. I don't mind the Shadow Mist. Oh no. Not a smart man. Pretty sure I got at least 2 here. Definitely got at least 1 here. Oh boy. Okay, let's do that anew. Blood capacity. Get the basics for now. Bite. I think we got 2 here, but let's keep it there for now. Past regeneration. Then I got this one, but I don't think that was super useful, honestly. Got the second Toph G. Let's go with more health. Back at level 10. Entrance level 2 makes sense. Blood capacity. Oops. Now we have an ultimate. You lose control and let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with a furious blow. Sounds good. Abyss. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet. Coming to life, the shadows interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict tremendous damage. Blood Cauldron. You focus your power to boil your target's blood and causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. Anything including ourselves? Kind of like the idea of a shadow vortex. Sounds pretty good. Let's take this one. Let's take the shadow vortex. Okay. Let's take this. Health. More biting damage or big thirst. Let's get big thirst. Okay, and this time we're not resetting anything. Okay. Why is it telling us? Disappearance in Whitechapel. Reports of mysterious disappearance have escalated in the past week. It has reached the point where witnesses have to queue before recounting their testimonies to an officer. Although this phenomenon appears to be a nationwide occurrence, the statement of the last 24 hours have converged around a single area in the country. Whitechapel, London. Yes, once more the despised and loathed East End is left to struggle on its own, continuously overlooked by the authorities, even while numerous families from this district report the unexplained disappearance of relatives and neighbors. What has happened to these missing individuals? Where are they? The only link between them seemed to be their health and their need for urgent medical attention. Until recently, it was a local street that the only place to get help was a discreet dispensary managed by unidentified Good Samaritans. But the place now seems to be closed and no one has any news from the facility. Did the missing person go to a more secret place? Have they been discreetly moved to a more official service? One day soon, the London City Council Board of Health will have to answer for this new mystery, EW. Okay. Interesting. What is this now? Major event. The choice concerning the community pillar have been reported by the press. Critical. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're healthy again. Oh boy. That was probably not good. Guess we have to live with that. Well, this is, I think, a good time to take a break, and next time we will analyze Razvan Vasilis a lot, and I hope that you will join me for that. Thank you all for joining me for today's episode of Vampyr. If you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Vampyr tomorrow. Until next time, have a great time. Bye-bye.